What is a surd? Well, a surd is an expression that includes a root symbol and is commonly used for writing irrational numbers more precisely. For example, root 2 is a surd. It does sound simple, but we have identified this by seeing that there's a root symbol with the 2. Root 2 can also be written as 1.414213, and so on. This is not practical though, so using surds gives us a nicer way to work with these types of numbers. Although, if we were given a number such as root 4, then we can just simplify this to 2. So in this situation, we can see that using the root symbol didn't really help us with making the expression more simple. Now, I'm going to move on to simplifying surds. This is useful for making it easier to work with these numbers and carry them into calculations. There's a technique we can use when using surds that will make it easy for us to quickly simplify this number. As you can see, we have root AB on the screen. And this can be split into root A multiplied by root B. This would usually mean that either root A or root B could be simplified down to a simpler number. So looking back to our perfect squares, we would think that maybe root A or root B would be a perfect square. This technique shows how to multiply two surds, and now I'll show you how to divide them. So we have root A over root B, and we can see that when we divide these, we get root A divided by B. Hopefully that makes sense, but if not, I'll show the example of root A and use the technique we just learned on this. So we should look at the factors of 8, which are 1 and 8 and 2 and 4. Now we look for which group has the highest factor that can be rooted. After a bit of practice, you'll get quick at this, but for now, let's just go over this a little slower. So first, can we do the square root of 1? Well, yes, that's just 1. Although it actually has no use for us, because that would just make it 1 root 8, which is just what we started with. Let's move on to root 2 and root 4. Do we know the root of 2? No. That's not something that will simplify to give us an integer, just like we said earlier in this first example. Although, let's have a look at root 4. We know that this can be simplified to 2, which leaves us with 2 multiplied by root 2, which equals 2 root 2. Let's go into a division question now.